Good afternoon and welcome to today's game between the Nashoba Tech Vikings and your Lean Tech Tigers! It is senior night, so tonight we will honor our seniors. First, Nomaya Harris. Nomaya is from the early childhood shop. She's accompanied by her mother, Zulika, Norman, her brother Norman, and best friend Maddie Guerrero. She's looking to go to college and study ultrasound tech. Give it up for Nomaya Harris. Up next, Aileen St. Giumva from the early childhood department. Aileen is accompanied by her brother Kelly. She's also looking forward to go to college and study to be an ultrasound tech. Give it up for Aileen! Up next is Mariela Ortega from the Auto Tech Shop. Accompanied by her mom Julie, her father Salvador, brother Jadiel, sister Vanessa, and son Easton. She's looking forward to graduate and study sports management to one day be a coach at Lynn Tech. And she's also looking forward to being the best mom to her son Easton. Up next is Diane Poon, also from the early childhood shop. She's accompanied by her sister Jeanette, mom Erica, dad Zabrea, grandma Patricia, and her brother Evan. She's looking forward to go to college to pursue nursing. Up next, defensive end, Aiden Frazier from the Auto Tech Shop with his mother Pamela Frazier and sister Millie. Also grandfather Dan Frazier.
They kind of do their own thing. So what he's got is he's got like 16 basically just keys with like some boxes in there. Because
Up
you
next,
put like 4 items
Christian Burke. Christian is from the Metal Fab Shop, accompanied by his mother Jessica. Tristan's looking forward to working the trade after high school.
Otherwise, like, I got no problem.
Yeah, if you got a kid who's interested, let him ride.
Right. So yeah, that's what I said. We came in, I got him down here. He's put in 4
Up
rounds.
next,
Switch
it's Xander, the boat champ is here.
got that little football graphic.
Xander's in the auto body shop.
If you've ever been watching, he does a good job with it. So, I asked these guys, can we pay this kid? He's going to do a bunch of work.
Xander's accompanied by his mother, Jessica Rosario, dad, Jonathan Darlington,
Up to this
sister,
amount.
J.C. Beauchamp,
This is what you get paid for.
sister, Janita Beauchamp, and brother, Lionel Beauchamp.
Some things I put in for it.
I know.
Xander's message is simple. He wants to thank God for bringing him to senior night.
Worry about the budget, so stream it into the YouTube.
Up next, Francisco de la Cruz.
Everything. I'm not checking
Francisco's in the electrical shop,
except for the car.
accompanied by Elisa Perez, Nayela Estrella,
Hey, I appreciate you coming by. Good to see you.
Happy to see
Joel Hernandez,
All right, have a good weekend.
Hernandez, and Aisha Ortiz. He's looking forward to going to college and pursuing his trade.
He's a really nice guy.
Up next, Eli Ramirez. Eli, captain from the HVAC shop. Accompanied by his mom, dad, and sister. Brothers Emerson, Adonius, and Sister Annette. Eli is looking forward to pursue a career in construction after high school. Up next, D.P. Darion Phillips, captain from the plumbing shop. Darion's accompanied by his mother Martina, his dad Damon Jr., and Kibani, his brother, and his also his brother Notorious. He is looking forward to pursuing a career in his trade after high school. And last but not least, Joshua, the freight train Lewis, captain from the plumbing shop. Accompanied by his mother Ava, his dad Gene, brother Guy, and sister Abigail. Josh hopes to play college football and follow his trade. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for our seniors.
Good evening and welcome down to Manning Field. We have a great game today. Might be game of the week, honestly. We have the Lintec Tigers going up against Nashoba Valley. Nashoba coming into this game 7-0. Tigers 4-2. But the Tigers have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder tonight, as it is their senior night. So, you know, Mr. Hato, I want to know your thoughts for this game today.
Oh, it's personal.
Oh, it's personal.
Oh, it's personal. Okay. It is senior night. Okay, it's personal. You know, for our seniors out there who are rocking and rolling, and we want to give them their flowers throughout the whole game. This is a big game right here. Lintec's in the playoffs, but against Nashoba Tech, they're undefeated, and Lintec wants to give them their first loss of this season right now. So they're focused. They're ready. Nashoba's a great team, very well coached. You know, good offense, defense. But listen, I think Lintec's up for the task. And I'm ready to see, you know, what type of start they're going to have. Are they going to have a good start? They need to have a good start in this game.
I think our start and finish is really what's going to be, you know, the determining factor today.
And that was a
big hit there.
And, you know, they lost a couple yards on that play right there. So, again, you have your seniors who are rocking and rolling. You know, Eli Ramirez, we have Josh Lewis, Xander Beauchamp, Tristan Burke, and I'll name a couple of those after here. But I'll tell you what, you know, Darion Phillips.
Josh Lewis,
as I mentioned before. So, you know, this is their first home game of the season and their last regular season home game.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a very emotional game. So I'm expecting them to play big here.
4 receivers here for Nashoba. Screen pass. Breaks a couple tackles, and he'll finish around the 30.
Tell you what, it's going to be back home. It's going to be back home. The press box, the comfortable seats. You know, we got the concession stands. We got the elevator. I mean, I mean, listen. As long as I love being on the road, it's going to be back here.
I feel comfortable. I feel like I can say what I want now.
Yeah, on the road, you know, we couldn't be as loud. We couldn't be as loud, you know.
And there were certain things you could not say. 3 receivers stacked at the bottom of our screen.
Another high snap.
Toss. Almost an interception for Lewis.
He's got to catch that. I'm actually listening. That was fantastic.
Yeah, great defense there by Eddie Lewis, but he needs to catch that.
I mean, that was excellent defense. You know, last two games, Eddie Lewis was fantastic. You know, long, deep passes, deep completion. So he's a threat on offense. He has good hands. Great defense. We'd love to see him intercept that, though. But, hey, they got 3 and out.
Yeah, so far a great defensive start here for the Tigers as they force a 4th and 12 right now. And I assume that this is the end of their drive right here for the Vikings. It's Vikings, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Takes a nice little bounce right there.
And that'll end up around their own 20. So Great kick right there by the Vikings, and let's see what they could do offensively here today. I really, like I was saying before, it's really about the Tigers' start and finish. We know that second and third quarter they're gonna, snap alive, get their good offensive and defensive jobs going. But how are they gonna start this game and how are they gonna finish? That's what I'm looking for today.
I was talking to Angel, before the game. Laser being focused all week. I mean, Laser being didn't even crack a smile all week, frankly. This is going to be huge in terms of playoff implications. If they win, there's an opportunity for them to host a game next week. So, we want to talk about you want more home games. Well, you got to take care of business right here. So, I kind of want to see them, the last couple of games, Ortega and Lewis have had some good chemistry on, passing the football. So, let's see here.
Garcia going right up the hole, getting himself some good yardage there, and he'll end up around the 6 yard, and he'll end up getting 6 on that one.
Garcia has been in the zone the last couple of weeks. We're at the Malden game. There's a little brouhaha going on there, so he missed a couple of games. But ever since he's come back, first game, 168 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, not bad for a comeback.
Exploded.
I mean, just had a tough game the week after, but had a great comeback game last week. Versus Low Catholic. The kid's just been in the zone. He's gotten bigger. He's probably gained a good 10, 15 pounds of muscle and just gets tattooed right there in the backfield as I say that.
Yeah, so the Vikings kind of read that one a little bit. That's honestly something we are not going to see a lot to today is the Tigers having success on 2 plays in a row. This is a good defensive team, and they're not going to let them run the ball up the middle every possession.
So, I was talking to a fantastic sports mind, Justin Barrasso, and Justin Barrasso was talking to Darren Phillips. And he said, how's today's game going to be? He said, it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight.
It's going to be a dogfight today. I'll leave for it. It's going to be a dogfight.
Got 2 receivers at the top of our screen, 1 at the bottom. Ortega rolling out.
Yeah, did he get the first down?
No, it looks like that was certainly a first. I'm 95% sure that was a first.
Now it's going to be a holding, though, so they're going to back it up 10 yards.
Okay.
Again, can't have those penalties right there. It's going to be very important. It's going to be 3rd down right here, looks like. 3rd and 16. I think it's so important for the Tigers to have the lead first.
Yeah.
You just have a different mentality when you're playing from ahead. You're home. I think that'd be huge for the Tigers.
No, there's something to be said about the lead, but something that I feel like they ride on a lot more is their momentum. They need a good momentum start to start this game here tonight. So the Tigers with 2 receivers at the bottom of our screen. Ortega rolling out, but it'll be intercepted by number 20, Gavin Adams. Great read there by the defense.
Good read.
Yeah.
And now you have great field position. You're at the 25-yard line. You're pretty much in the red zone. So the defense needs to step up, and that, as they always. I mean, again, this is what's been the Tigers' Achilles heel right here. But, okay, still early. Now you got to make a defensive stance. They did it before. They got to do it again.
Honestly, that's one thing I'm not worried about tonight is their defense. I know their defense is going to, come to them when they need it. It's just about how, is their offense gonna wake up on time? The Vikings getting some good yardage here. He'll just be tackled around the 15. That was number 4, Chase Carney, the senior captain. Great run there. I'm not really sure what they ran, but great run there by the senior.
1st and 10 at the Tigers' 16-yard line.
One thing I do admire about being on the road is most of the time the view on the road is honestly a lot better.
Yeah, but I think it's a beautiful view of the foliage here.
Yeah, no, obviously I like the like the senior view, but I'm talking about the football view.
Yes, I agree. But it is a nice day for foliage. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it foliage or foliage?
I'm honestly the last person to talk about pronunciation.
All right, we're gonna make that a question today. Okay, if you guys find that out, the viewers, let me know. You get a little prize at the end of the game.
2nd down and 7,
2nd and 6 here for the Vikings in the red zone.
You can't say you didn't miss me, Andy. Come on.
Huh?
It's been a couple weeks. Can't say you didn't miss me. It's been a couple weeks.
Honestly, I missed announcing, but I definitely didn't miss that drive up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rolling out, cutting up the middle. Just short of the touchdown, but that was a great run there by number 20, Gavin Adams.
And better blocking right there. I
Yeah,
mean, great
great
blocking
blocking.
up front. I mean, you know, with blocking like that, you know, anyone can get a couple of yards, and not to mention that he has the speed.
Yeah.
So, fantastic job.
I mean, let's be honest here. From the view up here, it looks like Nashoba has the clear size advantage. A little bit.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean,
it kind of looks like they're
okay. Just a
bit
little eye,
bigger.
the eye
Yeah.
test.
Yeah. So the Vikings lining up near the 5-yard line. They'll throw it out to number 22. And that'll be good, as that is a touchdown for the Vikings. Number 22, Zach Deshanes, the freshman.
This is going to be one of those games, Andy, where it's going to be an offensive battle,
Yeah.
and Tech's got to put some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing about today is going to be their response to adversity. This isn't, this isn't a bad team. This is a 7-0 team. They're a great team. They have a both great defense and offense, so it's going to be about how the Tigers respond. And it looks like the Vikings are going for 2. It'll be number 4. And that'll be good for 2. Number 4, Chase Carney, as that'll make it 8-0. Vikings 8, Tigers 0. 6:30 left here in the first quarter. So I mean, just your thoughts so far, 4 minutes into this game.
So, well, my thoughts are it's windy.
Yeah.
But first of all, beautiful day, though, by the way. I mean, for it to be November 1st and to be 75 degrees, absolutely gorgeous.
It scares me.
I think this game is going to be an offensive battle. I really think so. And Tigers, the last couple weeks, when they struggle, they've been fighting from behind. Nashoba's too good of a team to do that. We saw a couple weeks ago versus Whittier Tech. It was just kind of wear them out. So, you don't want the defense in the field for so long. Sometimes your best defense is your offense and long, sustained drive. So, I want a long drive right here for the Tigers. Let's see what it'll take to do in the air. I really think there's an opportunity there. Wow, what a hit right there.
Big hit there by the Vikings. As the Tigers will still get 25 on that one.
One thing I'm excited about the Tigers, you have depth. You have a lot of depth, especially in terms of running back, so the opportunity to set up a play action is there. You have Garcia, who's going to be your bull, but then you have Brown, then you have McGough, who are all very capable. So you have depth there. You can kind of switch it up. Garcia's kind of your power runner. Brown and McGough are kind of your speed guys that can go around the edges.
Yeah.
You got that. Now you have an opportunity to do a little play action and go deep with Lewis.
I mean, they definitely have the offensive weapons and threats. It's about how they're going to utilize them and how they're going to switch them up. We know Nashoba is going to stop something. So what is the offense going to be willing to give up? Garcia breaking the middle. Great moves there to free himself from the tackles, but he'll be brought down around the 30.
For the Tigers, 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5, 34.
That'll make it 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
So this is what you want to see, it's 2nd and short yardage right here, 2nd and 5, so.
Two receivers at the bottom of our screen here. Going back to Garcia, he'll cut back into the middle, but he'll be met by the Vikings.
And again, they're going to be 35, so 30 manageable.
We're finding Jacob Garcia on the run.
Looks like we're in the middle of a hurricane here.
1-yard pickup, 3rd down and 4.
It doesn't feel too windy until you hear it.
Yeah, it just goes right through the press box.
Yeah.
Actually, wind feels good, though. It really is.
Yeah. Ortega keeping it. He'll lose some on that one.
Yeah, that's just the defensive line right there, just overpowering the O-line. And they probably lost about 3 yards. And now you got to punt.
The quarterback, Pete.
So that'll make it 4th and 9.
Fourth down and 8.
Obviously, they, like you said, will punt on that one. Not the start to the offense that, the Tigers hope for. But, I mean, like I said, this is still a team that, their offense takes a couple drives to wake up. So, today's, in my opinion, not the day to do that. But we still got to see, what they can do.
So, yeah, nice little good punt here in Tigers. Let's put them behind their 50. Looks like it might have been offsides here. Someone jumped on that one. It looked like someone jumped on that one. No flag called. I thought one of the Vikings jumped.
He jumped it, but it didn't look it didn't look like he jumped it
Nashoba Valley will take over the first.
Before the actual call. Okay, maybe it was right on time because he had one heck of a jump on that one and pretty much blocked the punt. I mean, that's pretty much a 10-yard punt. So again, once again, good field position for the Vikings.
I think the call might right there could have been offsides because I was watching him before the play started. He was kind of creeping up, and then once the actual play call was made, then he jumped. He'll be brought down around the 20. That was number 22, Zach DeShanes.
And McGough, that's a touchdown-saving tackle right there because it was 1 minute beat.
He was going.
2nd down and 2 at the 21.
So that'll make it 2nd and 2 for the Vikings.
4 and change left in the first quarter.
So far, a pretty fast, fast-paced game, clockwise. I'll tell you one thing, though. This Vikings offense hasn't been pretty, just straight to the point. He'll be taken down. He'll still get the first, but number 4, Chase Carney, taken down about after 4.
Be good for a first down run, 1st and 10.
Corolla slow getting up here.
12-yard or 17-yard line.
Favoring that right hand. You'll find though, he'll shake it off.
Yeah. He was walking around with that hand brace on the right. Right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I think it was right. He'll be fine though. He's practically Superman. 4. What a nice cut inside. Chase Carney, he'll get around 8 on that one. That was a nice cut on the inside there for Carney. What a great move.
8-yard pickup. 2nd.
Again, like you said, Andy, they're not doing anything cute.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's straight to the point.
It's just, are you able, are their big man versus our big man, and they're winning. That's really what it is. I mean, they're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be another 2nd and 2 here for the Vikings. Right in the red zone already. Let's see if the Tigers can at least, force this into a 3-point conversion instead. And he'll be met right at the line of scrimmage.
Good stance right there for defensive stance. That's going to be a 3rd down. Big 3rd down right here, but you got to think this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, this is honestly, if I'm the Vikings here, even if this does go down to the 4th, obviously you're still going for it. But either way, that was a big stop for the Tigers. Definitely, a bigger push for their defensive momentum. And let's see if they could, hold this drive out a little bit longer. No receivers lined up for the Vikings.
Yeah, it looks like they got picked up the 1st down on that one.
I'm not even sure who had the ball that play.
Yeah.
That was...
It's just a lot of black just moving forward.
Really good for a 1st down.
And that'll make it a 1st down.
6-yard line for the Tigers.
1st down for the Vikings.
I mean, this
touchdown
is
territory.
This is big. This is big right here. If they can hold them here. Now it's 1-score game going to the 2nd quarter. 1:20 left here in the 1st quarter. You're talking about 2-score game. Now we're in the same position we've been the last couple weeks about climbing uphill sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, I honestly, that'll make it another touchdown for number 22, Zach DeShanes. 2 on the night for him.
The kid has speed.
Yeah.
Flat out, that's the replay right there. Whoop, then whoop, then whoop.
Great speed there by Zach DeShanes. I mean, he got some wheels on him, but other than that, his cuts are fast as well.
I never got this formation over here. I never got it for the life of me. This formation, I'm not sure who it fools. What is it? What is going on? Well, it fooled them.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm up here and they're down there. Because, wow, that's too easy.
I think from down there they told you to zip it up here.
Yeah. You want to talk about just being wrong in real time?
Yeah.
I mean, just.
That
There it
happens
is.
so much every game. You'll be mid-sentence talking about something, and the complete opposite happens.
Oh man, this be quiet, noob. All right.
I mean, you didn't even get to finish what you were saying, and you scored.
What are they doing here? Who are they fooling? What kind of play is this?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with you. The formation was ugly, but it worked. As we have a minute left here in the first, Vikings 14, Tigers 0. So far, a slow start for the Tigers, but, you know, yet again, like we were saying earlier, this team needs, you know, some time in the game to wake up. So let's see what they could do going into the second.
Or punt. Dangerous, so they got to get it.
I think there was a little bit of confusion there. They didn't see if someone grabbed it or not, or touched it.
First and 10. For the Tigers, while we place in their own territory at the 28.
So this is a big drive here for the Tigers. We need them. You know, they need to respond this drive, you know, put something up on the board, get some momentum going for them.
Oh, this is huge. You know, we're going to the second quarter right now. 1 minute left. First of all, no turnovers. They got limited turnovers.
Zero turnovers.
You're down by 2 touchdowns right now. You know, first quarter. And I mean, I don't know about you. That happened quickly. I mean,
Very
just like
quickly,
that.
Yeah.
So, again, the good thing is it's still early. Still plenty of time, and we all know Tigers, we fight. I mean, team coached by Coach Runner, they know how to fight. They keep their head in the game. That I can guarantee.
I mean, don't get me wrong, not worried at all, but, you know, we definitely need to put something up on the board here. Ortega is met, and that'll be a loss.
Ortega is sacked behind the line of scrimmage by multiple Nashoba defenders.
That brings them back too. We have some issues with the scoreboard here. I'm trying
It'll be
to
second down and
time this, but
17
we're
for
at
the
40 right
Tigers
now.
at their own
Yeah, it's like
22.
going super fast. It's funny, Tigers, you know, had low Catholic and just dominated them on their senior night.
Yeah.
And Nashoba's going to try to do that again on Lynn Tech senior night.
Ortega rolling out. Looking in the air, but he'll cut back inside.
That's one of those things where he's not getting enough time to throw the football, so the ball's got to come out quicker. You got to have quicker plays, short passes in the flat, let your receivers make some plays. Cause, I mean, it's second and 22. Now this is, you know, I'm not even necessarily looking to pass the football. I'm just looking to get the ball up a little bit before, you know, I can get a decent punt and kind of reset.
And that'll be the end of the first, as it is Vikings 16, Tigers 0. And, you know, going back to what you were saying, this is kind of something I was saying at the, you know, beginning of the season when they were at Malden, is you could see the difference between a freshman quarterback and a senior quarterback. You know, the talent is there. Don't get me wrong. He is probably one of the most talented QBs in, you know, the area in this conference. But, you know, the experience, you know, to get the ball out quick, make decisions on the fly is just not fully developed yet. And there's nothing wrong with that because that comes with time. But obviously it's something that's, you know, in game right now, it's hurting them.
At 100, I mean, you want to talk about someone breaking down that perfectly brilliant was you. I mean, 100% agree. You know, and that's the scary part.
Yeah.
Because I think the talent. Check that. I know the talent's there.
We all know the talent is there. It just all
physically
comes with the
gifted.
time.
He's a freshman. You know, this Tiger team. You're talking about. You know, they only have 7 seniors. And granted, those seniors are amazing. It's gonna be a big loss.
Yeah.
But the amount of underclassmen we have. You know, Tigers have a potential to make a little serious run here next couple of years, you know, which is really exciting.
I mean, you got to look. You have the Brown twins. You have McGough, Garcia. Now you have, you know, Ortega, he has the potential to be here for the next 4 years.
Right.
So, you know, this definitely, you know, those teams definitely has a very, you know, a lot of young talent. 3 receivers at the bottom of our screen here for the Tigers, who will kick off the second quarter. Ortega rolling out. Yo, put it up in the air. Just a little over McGough. A good throw, though. I like that play there. You know, I like the decision making.
So it's going to be 4th down. They're going to punt the football.
Yeah, like we were, you know, discussing before the whole thing with experience. The talent is there because it shows. You know, there's plays where he does, you know, make those quick decisions and they work out, but it's just a matter of doing it consistently. As they will jump.
Block punt.
They jump the punt again, and they'll get it right inside of the 5-yard line on their own territory. So this is, you know.
That was dangerous time.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You know, the Tigers are in dangerous waters here. It's already a 16-0 game. Creeping on, you know, another possession here for the Vikings to score. You know, this is going to get ugly quick unless they wake up.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, you know, it's funny. A lot of times you talk about what's the keys to the game. We're talking about defense and offense. The biggest key to the game thus far has been special teams.
Yeah.
I mean, special teams, you talking about 2 punts that where one was blocked, one was, you know, partially blocked, and then he runs in for a touchdown over here.
And that'll be a touchdown for number 4, Chase Carney, as that'll make it a 22-0 ball game here in the second. Vikings 22, Tigers 0. So far, you know, not to sugarcoat it in any way. It's an ugly start for the Tigers, but
right.
you still got to give them the benefit of the doubt. There's 3 quarters left. You know, this team has fight. You know, it has dogs on their team. They have the star power to push back. It's about when are they going to wake up in time.
And good defensive stance right there. So they limit 2-point conversion.
What are we looking here what are we looking for here on offense's drive?
Well, listen, I think this.
Yeah.
Okay? They're down by 3 touchdowns. It comes down to just having one good sustained drive. Once you get some points on the board, you're going to feel a lot differently about yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm doing quick passes. The long passes are not working. And football's all about adjustments. Long passes are not working. I'm giving a heavy dose of my running backs. You know, maybe try McGough on the flat, get him running, you know, get a nice little running start, have him make some decisions and make some tackles. You know, Garcia is having a tough time right now going, you know, right to the meat of the defense.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do something quick. If I'm giving it to Garcia, maybe it's a short pass and have him make some decisions on the open field. But everything's got to be quick, though.
Yeah, I'm even honestly right now. I'm looking at Lewis on a screen pass.
Wow, I mean, they're just getting
that was
tattooed. I mean, these are tough, hard hits. Was that Beauchamp? I mean,
not sure who it was, but that was a big hit.
Oh boy. I mean, listen, that's a big hit from here. We're far away. We're up in the press box.
Yeah. But like you were saying, I want to see, you know, it's not necessarily about, you know, like quickness or, you know, sustained drive. I'm looking for, you know, variety. You know, I don't want to see, you know, the same formation back to back. I want to see, you know, putting Lewis on a screen, having Garcia go down the middle, handing off to McGough. I just want to see different options being utilized to see what's working here. Two receivers at the bottom of our screen.
I like this play right here.
It will be met by Viking defenders.
I liked the play.
Yeah, I think you should stop talking, honestly. We're going to cut his mic in a little bit. You're not helping us right now.
No, I'm not helping the cause right now.
At all.
Well, listen, The thinking was there. The execution
Yeah.
was there. I like the thinking. That's what I meant to say. I like the thinking. The execution wasn't necessarily there. But in terms of, getting something quick, something different, giving them a different look, and that's a fumble. Are they going to say that was a
Ortega's pass.
incomplete pass?
Okay, yeah, that'll be incomplete.
But again, the defense line is flying.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like I was saying before, I mean, me and Coach Mo, we seem to be on the same page here. Because he's throwing to the flat. You got blockers now. Have him make some decisions. I think that was towards Darion Phillips. Have him make some decisions.
Yeah.
They're just so super fast off the line. They're not. Tigers are just their reaction time is just not fast enough.
I mean, if we're looking at this raw roster here, we see senior. This is an experienced team. If we're being honest, they just want it a little bit more right now, and that's there's nothing wrong with that. But offensively, they're not. I don't see any bad play calls. I just haven't seen great decision making. Ortega rolling out. Cut back inside, but he'll be met. That'll make it fourth. That'll make fourth and 12.
Yeah, fourth and time to punt. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's fourth and get the defense out.
It's funny. I want if the research team could fact check me on this, but I want to say it's been a while since Tech has beaten Nashoba. I know Tech beat them in the vocational championship. I want to say in 2000. Get this. This is long I think it's been. Last time I think Tech beat them might have been Coach Marcus Taylor's senior year in high school when they beat them in the vocational championship game. And I might be wrong on that. Someone could fact check me, but I don't think I am. Just missed it.
Ernie looking to make a play here.
Uh-oh.
He has open field.
Touchdown.
He has open field, and he'll take advantage of it, and that'll be another touchdown for the Vikings. That'll make it 28 Vikings, Tigers 0. Great run there by Chase Carney.
He's on the floor right now, having a tough time getting up.
Figueroa.
Not sure if it's his hamstring or something. It's holding kind of like his groin muscle, but he was trying to get out the field at a tough time. And, we called it, last play. It's that, special teams have really been,
Yeah.
And there was an opportunity right there. I think it was Lewis who missed the tackle. And once he missed that tackle, he cut back on the left side. It was green all the way.
I mean, it's just been, just unfortunate mistakes. One mistake leading to, open opportunities for the Vikings, but it's just been a tough overall game here for Tigers.
My laptop almost flew out the window. That would have been something.
It probably would have summed up how this game was.
Yeah, I was more like, oh my God. Something hit me in the hand. My phone, I can't get up.
Yeah, that's only closed the window.
So I'm going to close my laptop down. Because I don't want that to happen.
I honestly want to move this mic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was so windy. Before the game, I told you I needed a roster because the roster flew out the window. The roster flew out the window, and Ortega's going to walk it off. He's
Figueroa.
a tough kid. What did I say?
Ortega.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Figueroa.
Angel Figueroa. One of our own, so.
The voice of Tiger basketball.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how that works. He's football player, so I'm the voice of football.
Right.
I'm good at basketball, so he's the voice of basketball.
So we'll see. We'll try to get an update what's going on. I'm trying to figure out, is it his arm or we'll
whatever it is, we hope he, finds his way,
We'll get our sideline crew to figure out what's going on here.
So the Vikings again going for 2 here. 9:35 left in the second quarter. This quarter is definitely going a lot slower than the first. It is Vikings 28, Tigers 0.
9:35 left, and here's our formation again.
And that'll somehow find its way in the end zone. And that 2 points are good for the Vikings. That'll make it 30-0 for the Vikings.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's. You took the words right out of my mouth. Those are only 2 words that I was gonna say.
You know, it's interesting though, Andy, because it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
It's been special teams. You know, I mean, it really. And again, I'm not trying to say Nashoba what they're doing is not impressive, but they've had great field position 2 times, been in the red zone, so they didn't have to travel much. Then they had a touchdown for the punt return. So you could really argue they had 1 real sustained drive for a touchdown. The other 2 were really short fields in the punt return.
Their special teams defense has been their offense.
Right. So, you know, I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but I mean, that's a positive I guess you can take out of this game. In terms of the defense, I mean, the defense really, I don't think has been that bad. You know, the score would not reflect that. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's how it is with a lot of games. The scoreboard doesn't really. I mean, you see 30-0, you're just thinking it's an offensive onslaught. But
right.
I mean, you look at the game; it's really just been unfortunate turnovers that have been way too close to the end zone, and that's how the score has got to that. But I'll be honest, the Vikings team isn't. It's not like they're 10 times bigger than them, 10 times more talented. I feel like on par, the 2 teams are level-headed, and it's an equal matchup. I just feel like right now the Vikings just wanted a little bit more.
Right. I mean, listen, but I will give credit though to the Vikings defense because they're relentless.
Yeah.
I mean, they're relentless.
I mean, no doubt, not going to take anything away from them.
I do think their defense is relentless, and the Tigers are having a real tough time right now getting any type of yardage. Yeah. Coach Mo, the OC's trying to give some different looks. It's just not working. So let's give credit to the defense because they're flying right now off the line.
2 receivers at the top of our screen. McGough. Good spin move, but
he tries to rip away the football, but they're going to call it dead.
Number 2 call.
It was a good run. Honestly, good, good play call for the Tigers. We just need a couple more. They'll string a long drive together, put something up on the board. They put themselves in a tough situation, but there's still 2 quarters left to play. And you still got to play for your seniors.
Absolutely. And you get a point on the board here. You get touchdown here. Got some momentum, maybe get a turnover. Let's see what happens. But you got to focus on just getting a good drive, good sustained drive, getting 6 points on the board. Got some blockers here.
Ortega with open field. Great run there for Ortega, as that'll be a first for the Tigers.
I like that, though.
I like that.
Quick play, you got blockers there. There's not enough time for the Vikings to think.
Yeah.
And they're just reacting right there. They need more stuff like that, kind of moving the chains.
I think what their offensive game plan should be, not as like an actual game plan, but, an ideal is, keep them on their feet. You have so many weapons to utilize. Don't make your weapon that you're going to use that play known. Throw something at them different each play.
It just gets greeted.
I mean, he got a welcoming.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Hussey here joining us in football.
1 yard loss.
Our fearless leader.
Leading us through battle even when hurt.
Yeah, pulling a Willis Reed here. Kurt Schilling. I mean, this is his Michael Jordan flu game. This is the flu game. A game that LeBron wanted so much. He could never
Well,
LeBron's never had a flu game. Never.
I'm trying to think right now. I feel like he has.
No,
but,
hasn't had one. You know, yeah, he's never. No.
I mean, LeBron never played in the bubble.
So that's one thing
I mean,
Hussey can have over LeBron James. Never had one of those games.
Great throw there by Ortega. A little bit overthrown, but nonetheless a great call there.
Pass is incomplete. It'll be third down for the Tigers.
That was a good play right there. I like that. Lewis was wide open. You know, didn't translate, but it was a great play call.
3rd and 11. Lewis and Ortega really have a great
Connection
going on. I mean, I think they play really well together. I mean, Lewis, just great athlete. I mean, really, 3-sport athlete. Basketball, baseball, football. Just knows, comes from an athletic family too.
2 receivers at the bottom of our screen for the Tigers. Ortega airing it out.
Has a step.
Just missed it.
Had a step. That was Lewis right there. He had a step on him. No one's beating Lewis one-on-one. That I can guarantee.
Yeah.
I mean, Lewis had about a step and a half on him right there. Ortega just, not enough wind on it. Lewis had to I feel like had to come back.
Yeah. Honestly, that was a great throw.
Are you okay, Andy? Are you all right? Andy's flying away. No.
Before nature.
Save yourself.
Before nature interrupted me, I think. I don't even know what I was gonna say now. I had a great point. I thought it out. It's just gone now.
We're talking about Lewis. Eddie Lewis and Ortega, the chemistry.
Oh, like I was gonna say, I think what's really dangerous about them is that they can flip. They could both play. They could both.
Right.
Obviously Lewis can throw as well. Ortega's a great athlete, so you can move him to a running back or a wide receiver. So that's really what's great about them. And I would like to see that. One play, just randomly throw Lewis in the backfield, let Ortega do his thing. It would really throw the defense off their feet.
Some type of flea flicker, like a backwards pass,
Yeah.
get Lewis in there and have Ortega as a receiver. I think Lewis just had valuable experience as quarterback.
Yeah.
When obviously you don't want to see someone get hurt, but when Ortega had the concussion, was it the Monty Tech game?
Yeah, he balled out.
Lewis, that was his Kobe game.
If we're being honest, the Tigers are 3-3 right now without that 3rd and 4th quarter.
Right. No, you're right. 100% right. That was a dog fight. That was one of the best games of the year. Awesome game.
It was an amazing game. Yeah, this window's definitely getting closed at halftime.
Shout out to the band doing a great job, and we're going to get a list of the crew. We're gonna give them a shout out. Zach's doing a great job directing. Our fearless leader, Zach Lucas, doing a great job and did a great job last couple weeks announcing as well. And running start.
Chase Carney breaking out. He'll get himself around the 35.
And the only reason why he didn't get a touchdown that was because it was just out of bounds. Because that was another tough play. What catch right there. And then literally just dodging. These tackles. Great job on replay.
Let's give credit where it's due. This team is definitely, great play calling and great, great talents. They've been running the ball well. Their defense is great. They've been great on both sides. So, there's nothing to doubt there.
So we'll give a shout out to the crew, Emilio, Zach, yourself, Andy, doing a great job, and Harley, Kaylee, Grace, Emiliana. First football game, just trying to get all the kinks out, but doing a good job so far. And taken down.
Great blocking there by the Vikings, but Tigers able to take them down before the first.
So 6 and change left, 30-0. Tigers got them right where they want them.
The Vikings in scoring territory again here. This is, a pivotal momentum stop for the Tigers. This is really a pride stop. as a solid run there by Chase Carney, and that'll make it a first down for the Vikings.
Just good job running, getting blockers, running downhill. And again, Andy, like you said, it's nothing cute. This
Nothing.
offense is nothing innovative. It's just, mano. Can you stop it? And right now they're winning the battle.
And honestly, I can appreciate that. I mean, Nashoba's playing a clean ball game here. No showboating, nothing crazy. They're doing what they need to do. They're playing a clean game, and I can respect that.
I mean, they're here. I think they might have been here like at 3:00.
We're here at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean they were. I got here at 3:15. They're already here. So they're focused, ready to go. And great job right there.
Great job there by the Tigers defense, met by Ortega.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Figueroa is doing. We'll check on him at halftime, figure out what's going on, get a little report.
As that'll make it 2nd and 14 for the Vikings.
We got a shout out to our production assistant here, doing a great job. Isabella, our production assistant. She's our press box security. I mean, nothing gets by her.
Yeah, no one's getting through that door today.
I don't care if the president walked up there. She would say, no, you got to go the other door.
Great throw there, as that'll be a touchdown. Chase Carney, as that'll make a 36 Vikings Tigers
See the replay
0.
right over here. Laser beam, touchdown. I mean,
that is just beautiful football right there.
take advantage of the matchup, one-on-one matchup, boom, and this is what it is. You run the football, then you set up your play action, defense still on the toes, not know what's going on, not ready for the pass, one-on-one matchup, take advantage of it. So kudos to them. Finally going to line up normally with the field goal.
I mean, you just gotta appreciate, the great play here by the Vikings. They've been playing a great ball game here, as they'll line up for the field goal attempt. And it'll be
That's a block.
blocked, but
Blocked by Ortega. And we'll take that. Those small things, momentum builders that we'll take. You're down 36-0 here. But, little plays like that give you momentum. And frankly, let's call it what it is, okay? 36-0, chance of this win this game decreased.
You're playing for your pride now.
You play for your pride, but you're playing for next week.
Yeah.
For the playoffs. You want to start playing your best football. And wouldn't you rather learn this lesson now
Then next week.
in the playoffs?
Yeah.
So
certainly.
there's still a lot of things. You want to get some kinks out. You want to learn, what do we struggle with offensive? What do we struggle with defensively, special teams? Next week we're going to say, hey, guys, we got special teams. We got to tighten that up here.
Yeah.
So I'd rather know this now than next week in the playoffs. And we'll find out what's going on in the playoffs probably Sunday when the brackets come out. They could send us anywhere in the state here. We could go like Martha's Vineyard. You never know.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry.
You're not taking a Martha's Vineyard trip? No?
I'll let you know my game. I'm a day to day here. I'll let you know my
Day-to-day,
game
yeah.
time. Game time decision.
Take a little ferry and everything, you'll be fine.
I like the comfort of my bed.
Yeah.
I don't like getting home at 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I'll be a lot later than that. Martha's Vineyard?
Oh.
We're talking probably 1 a.m. Let's hope that's not the case.
Yeah, you're not really helping your case
Yes.
right now.
Let's hope that's not the case. But the point is, it's an open playoff system,
Yeah.
and you can go anywhere. Last time, Lynn Tech almost went close to New York, Western Mass, pretty much about half an hour away from New York.
Ortega tackled, and that would be a big loss there.
And that trip, though, however, Andy, just for disclosure, they went on a coach bus. It was a beautiful bus, so the ride was a lot more comfortable.
Oh.
Yeah. So I know you enjoy your comfort.
I don't enjoy my comfort. I enjoy not smelling something for 2 hours in a row.
Enjoy your peace.
Yeah, I have, I wouldn't mind if I rode with varsity. I would not mind at all.
Moving on.
Three receivers at the top of our screen here for the Tigers. Garcia giving the rock. Going on the outside. He got some space. We have a flag on the play. Not sure who it's on yet. Great run by Garcia, though.
Yeah, Garcia's been quiet in this game because, Nashoba's really had a lot of time of possession. It's been a lot of 3 and outs for the Tigers. That's good. First down right there. So, again,
We like to hear that, yeah.
That's, keep the ball moving. We'll take it.
We got 2 minutes and change here in the second quarter. About to be in the second half. Vikings 36, Tigers nothing. You put something up on the board here. You go into the locker room at second half. Gives you a different type of energy,
Absolutely. 2 minutes and change here. Let's see if they can get some momentum here. It's actually a double header from that. I think Kip's playing after this game.
Yeah. Kip is playing after this game.
Good little turnout I'm watching right now. Good little turnout here at the Tiger at Manning Field.
Great cut inside there by what I believe is McGough. Yeah, that was McGough.
McGough has had some success here in the first half.
Yeah.
He has the speed. McGough's got a lot stronger since last year this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely put some time in the weight room.
I think everyone at Lintech was in the weight room.
Yeah.
We were in the weight room. They were in the weight room.
I mean, I've been in the weight room too. I bucked up too. For
Oh
the
yeah,
season.
yeah, we see it.
Yeah, it's a gun show here.
Someone's gonna ask you to put them away. We have 3 receivers at the top of our screen. Ortega keeping it.
Nice block by Garcia.
Great block there. That'll give him around 5 on that one. Solid run there for the Tigers. This is honestly probably their best offensive possession the entire game.
Garcia just enjoys contact. I mean, he might enjoy blocking more than running the football.
I see him going to college and playing defense because he just likes hitting people.
Right.
It's kind of scary, honestly.
But he's like the nicest person off the field.
Yeah.
120, 128 left.
Vikings 36, Tigers 0.
There was a little extra there by number 5. I don't know if you saw that in Nashoba.
Not sure if I saw it.
A little extra oomph right there. I mean, I was borderline personal foul right there.
I mean, hey, PI or not, I mean, the Vikings kind of helped them. They pushed them forward.
Right,
So,
yeah.
We'll take that. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, this crowd is filling in very nicely. I didn't get a chance to really see it, but it's filling in real nice. Just under a minute left. We got timeout here. We got the band going to be performing during halftime, the Lynn Band. We're excited about that.
Citywide band, right?
Citywide band, yeah, rocking and rolling.
Actually, this is something I probably should have brought up before, but I couldn't help notice. I was looking at your footage for your upcoming documentary at the Brockton football game. Their
Yes.
marching band had some amazing energy.
Yeah, definitely. Been that's my alma mater, one of the top marching bands in the country. They've been actually invited to the Macy's Day Parade in New York. So, definitely cool to see a lot of the students flourish over there.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at some of the footage, and the energy that they had was great. The halftime performance, it's like NFL part type of performance.
No, it's definitely something special. Definitely something
Yeah.
special. So, look out for that in our next documentary, which you have now been part of the credits as a production assistant, helping
I feel
out.
honored.
So you definitely on that credit reel.
I'll be looking for that. Now, when should we be expecting that?
That will premiere next August, God willing, at Showcase Cinema.
So 2025.
2025, yes.
Well, I'll be there to see.
Yep, I'll definitely keep you guys updated.
3 receivers at the top of our screen for the Tigers. Ortega to Lewis.
And good play right there, good
Yeah.
defensive play. I like that they took a look at that play,
Yeah.
though, because it's there. They got connection. I don't mind them taking a chance. It's 4th and 5. It's 4-down territory. Take a shot, see what happens.
I mean, now it's kind of, like you said earlier, preparing for the playoffs, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, seeing what plays, you could, pull out your hat and, just stuff like that to get prepared for next week. Tigers appear to be going for it. And it'll be 4th and 5th, 46 seconds left here in the first half. Ortega cutting back inside.
It's going to be close. I think it's going to be just short, though. Let's see.
Correct. It is a turnover on downs, and it'll be Vikings ball.
So they're just short of that.
I'm not mad at that, though. That was, honestly, it wasn't a bad offensive drive. There was a lot of good looks. The execution wasn't there, but the looks were there, and you gotta appreciate that. So 30 seconds left here on the clock in the first half. Vikings 36, Tigers 0. And another timeout here, as it'll be a Vikings timeout.
So at halftime, it's going to be interesting.
I'm gonna back up. I almost slipped and
And fell.
yeah.
Wind almost picked you up. It's a good look at Coach Runner and Coach Bellamar and Coach Mo. At halftime, you got to tell the players, hey, listen, here's the deal. Okay, obviously this is not the first half that we wanted.
Yeah.
This is not the first half we game planned for, but nonetheless, let's make some adjustments here in the second half. Let's see what we can do. Let's get nice and stay. Let's just focus on getting on one possession at a time.
Yeah.
One possession at a time. See what works. Let's get some points on the board. Let's work on our game, and let's see what happens. At this point, you really can't focus on the score. You got to focus on how can you get better every possession.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's impossible. You can't rule them out the game. There's still a half. We've seen what Massachusetts teams can do in the second half, 27-2. But but obviously, like you said, you got to work on what you can get better at every play. Throwing it up, but he'll just throw it over.
And he was open.
Yeah, he was wide open. If he caught that would have been open field.
So Nashoba again coming in here at 7-0. They have really took care of all opponents. So, this was going to be a game.
Yeah.
This was going to be a game. Everyone knew it was going to be a game, and Tech respected them. They still respect them. And, they're proving why they're such a good team, why they're undefeated.
Now, are they in the same division as us?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And that was almost a pick six right there.
Honestly, am I crazy to say that the Tigers' defense hasn't looked as bad as the score says?
No, and again, first of all, 1 touchdown is by special teams.
Yeah.
And there are 2 touchdowns where they're pretty much in the red zone.
Yeah.
Because of a muff punt. So 1 block punt, 1 muff punt. So you'd be very accurate if you said that.
Vikings looking to put something up on the board here before going into the locker room. 21 seconds left, but got 4 receivers lined up here. A little bit overthrown again. That'll make it fourth down for the Vikings.
So in terms of the power rankings, Nashoba is number 1. Technical power rank is number 11. And top 16 make it to the playoffs.
Well, let's look at the MIA official, because let's see. McGough cutting back on the inside. Couple of good yards there.
And I think they're going to blow the play dead. They're going to say it's halftime.
I hope so. Yes, yep. So they will blow it. It'll be halftime. So in the first half here, Vikings 36, Tigers 0. I mean, the score says a lot, but I want to see what your train of thought is if you're coach runner going into halftime here.
Eliminate the scoreboard. Second half is a new game.
Yeah.
And that's how you got to see it. Second half is a new game. Let's forget about the scoreboard. Second half is a new game. And let's just focus on having a good possession.
I mean, I couldn't agree anymore. Like we were saying earlier, you got to eliminate the scoreboard. You got to work on, tuning up the offense and the defense for next week. But you kind of got to just play for your pride. It's senior night. Even if you're not a senior, you got to play for your seniors. So, now it's really just about, fighting through. But nonetheless, great half here by both teams, and we will see you at halftime. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at Manning Field for the second half of the ball game. So we have the Vikings 36, Tigers 0. It was a rough start for the Tigers. You know, definitely put themselves in a hard position, but nonetheless, team got to keep fighting. Cheerleaders got to keep cheerleading. You know, the game goes on. They got to refine their defense and their offense for the upcoming playoffs next week. So let's just see what they can do better in their second half. We are missing Mr. Atto for for the start of this second half. As we got 2 receivers at the bottom of our screen for the Tigers. McGough. Ball is loose. Lost out of McGough's hand, but he'll recover it. So they'll lose 1 on that, making it 2nd and 11. Making it 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. I'm looking here for a sustained offensive drive. Not looking, put up points on the board. I'm just looking for them to have a good couple of successful plays, execute on some, short passes, run, just to, get a good look somewhere in this offense, this drive. Two receivers at the bottom here for the Tigers. Again, looks like about the same formation. The ball was lost again, and it will be recovered by the Vikings. Let's see what the call is here. Not sure what's going on down in the field right now, but let's see what the decision is. As it'll be recovered by Tech. I'm not sure if it was ruled an incomplete pass or if it was recovered, but Tigers will stay with the ball, and it'll be 3rd and 13.
No game to play, 3rd down.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I hope you didn't. We have some colorful language behind us. Ortega struggling with the ball, decides to keep it. There would be a flag on the play. Obvious holding here by the Tigers.
Holding on the offense. Repeat, 3rd down.
So not a great start here for the offense for the Tigers. Most likely gonna punt it off here after the penalty, but we're just looking to have a great, not a great drive, but a better defensive drive. See what we could get going here. Other than that, really the Tigers has just been struggling to build momentum. We haven't had any defensive or offensive momentum. It's kind of been, stagnant on both sides. Struggle to build anything up on either side. So now, in the second half, after this offensive drive, look to build something on defense and come back on this offensive drive and build something better. Yes, I don't know what he's doing, but Mr. Atto is walking on the field right now on the sideline. I don't know if you guys can see that. Ortega rolling out. He'll throw it deep to Lewis, but it'll be intercepted. But he lost it in the air, so it'll be incomplete. It'll be 4th down for the Tigers. That could have been an interception right there, but he dropped it midair. So Tigers, it'll be 4th and punted. So Vikings will regain possession here. Looking for the Vikings to kind of slow down the Vikings offensive slot here, kind of slow down their run game.
The ground cameras look good.
Yeah, they usually do.
It's a doubleheader here tonight. Tigers playing, and then next game it'll be the Kit Panthers. Not sure who they play, but they'll be playing right after this game. Ortega throwing it deep. It'll be almost intercepted again. But it'll be dropped. And now it'll be 4th down for the Tigers. So far, two those were two possessions to two good possessions to end the offensive drive. The execution wasn't there, but I like the play calling. They put the ball in the air, found their open mans. Obviously they just didn't execute. But other than that, I like the decision making. I like the play call. So, let's see if they can build on that next offensive drive. Our special teams has to block here for the punter, as they've been jumping on that all game. And that'll be a false start on the defense.
Good job. We don't have that, Kayla, for example, that you can always have her. Always
Still 4th down.
And it's experience. Yes, it does.
So that'll move the Tigers up around 15 yards.
See who that person is.
Or excuse me, 10. High punt. But it won't get much distance. And it'll be picked up around the 35. So the Tigers here looking to slow down the Vikings on offense. Try to limit their offensive push. So we have a special guest arriving here today.
Hey, what's up?
All right.
How you doing?
Name and occupation.
Zachary Lucas, TV Media.
Okay, so we have Zachary Lucas joining us today on the call. So far, what are your thoughts on this game, watching it so far?
I'm thinking, even though we're down and behind, and we're in the 3rd quarter here, I think that a big part of this is, even though we are down, we aren't as down as we have been in the past.
Yeah.
And defense is kind of trying to hold strong and maintain it and keep it together for the team.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just to build on what you said, the score says a lot more than what it really is. I feel like the Vikings have really just punished the Tigers' mistakes. It hasn't really been, the defense's fault for putting up 36. It's really been kind of just, the Vikings taking advantage of ending up in the red zone. As he is just let loose right now. He is walking all over there, but he'll be stopped around the, I want to say 15.
Yeah, you were right with that 15.
If I'm the Tigers defense here, I'm looking to at least make this a slow drive. They're already in touchdown territory, but you got to at least make them, work for this touchdown.
Absolutely. I think it's been a fast 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
Clock is going fast a little bit.
We're already down here to four minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Vikings 36, Tigers 0.
I gotta be honest, this wasn't the outcome I was expecting tonight.
No, I don't think anyone was expecting this tonight. I definitely thought this was going to be more of a, of a dogfight. I thought it was going to be a defensive game, but early mistakes and kind of just a lack of energy from the Tigers really dug them in a hole. The Vikings, just kind of wanted it a little bit more to today, and it showed. I don't really think they had a lot more talent or manpower. It's just manpower, but. If we're being honest here, this team isn't that much better than them, so I feel like the Tigers should bounce back from this next week. As the ball is loose, and it'll be recovered by the Tigers, so they will. Yeah, it will be recovered by the Tigers, so were able to stop this drive from the Vikings. That is a great look for their defense. Now let's see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Honestly, I think this is what the Tigers need right now.
Yeah, this is honestly that's what they needed. Just something to build their spirits up. I mean, like me and Mr. Rato were talking about earlier. This isn't any. You're not playing for the score anymore. You're you're playing for your pride. You're playing for your seniors. So, yeah.
I mean, absolutely. The crowd tonight is it's impressive.
Yeah,
This is one of the best crowds I've seen all season.
Yeah, it's a packed night. We have a doubleheader. We have Tigers playing right now, and then we have the Panthers playing after this. Two receivers at the bottom of our screen. Ortega keeping it. And he will be met by the Vikings. So he got one on that one. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. 1 minute and change here left in the third quarter. It looks like they're just playing on running clock right now.
I'm really curious to see what the Tigers do with the ball right here.
I think we're putting it in the air this play. I'll put 5 on it. But I'm not giving you it if they don't. Ortega keeps it. But he won't get much on that one as he will be stopped right around the line of scrimmage.
I'll be looking forward to that 5 on Monday.
Keep looking.
I will, 100%.
As that'll make it 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Now it's time to put something in the air or give it to a different option. You know, they've seen Ortega 2 times in a row. Now, you know, they're expecting it. Now this is where we give it to McGough or Lewis on a screen. You know, now it's time to switch it up.
Usually the Tigers are good at that, though. They're usually good at mixing it up and, you know, kind of not always being so predictable when it comes to
I'll be
honest.
I've really liked Coach Mo. You know, I've really liked his play calling to tonight. He's really mixed it up. As Ortega will be taken down, won't be able to get a pass off, and it will be fourth and a lot. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to guess the number. I'm just gonna say it's 4th and punt. It's time to get rid of the ball.
I mean, hopefully they get it far. The last punt was kind of didn't really go far, but with this,
Yeah.
you know.
And honestly, we can't blame the kicker because, you know, this special teams defense for the Vikings has basically won the game for them. They have been on it. They have scored twice off of their special teams. So it's really up to the blockers to, you know, give their kicker some space to give them some cushion on defense.
Yeah, 100%. The Vikings special teams have been they're on top of it tonight.
Yeah.
They've really been on it.
As that'll be the end of the third quarter. Vikings 36, Tigers 0. So Tigers defense, you know, some good positives here. Tigers defense was able to limit the Vikings here in this third quarter, not let them put anything up on the board. You know, they're hoping to keep that up in the fourth and not let them score anything up. Like I said, it's a priority game now. You got to play for your pride, play for your seniors.
100%.
And, you know, I'm looking for the Tigers here. You know, it's the fourth quarter. Just put something up.
Yep.
You know, put some numbers up on the board, see what's working for next week. You know, I sound like a broken record right now, but I'm going to say it 5 more times by the end of this game.
I mean, it's not like you're wrong either. You're completely right. I mean, at this point, it's just let's see what you can do, have fun, be proud of the game you play, and have pride in the team, especially with an amazing crowd like this that we have tonight.
I mean, this is a very crowded pack, you know, crowded crowd. I mean, I wish we could show you right now. I think this entire side is completely filled up with seats, and there would be more people if some of this wasn't crossed off.
Even the band here, I like that. I like when the band's here. It's a nice addition.
And they had a great halftime performance. Shout out to the marching band. Shout out to the rest of the crew tonight outside in the cold. It got cold. The second the sun went down, it went extremely cold. So shout out to the people on camera. They've been doing a great job. See who we have. We have Emilio, Zach right next to me, myself, Naharli, Kaylee, Grace, and
Miliana.
And
then we also have Jaren and Amy down in the field taking pictures. Yeah,
so we have a great working crew to tonight. You know, they're really, you know, working there behind off, and you know, it's not an easy job. It's cold.
Yep,
very
absolutely.
Cold.
Today's not bad though.
No.
There's definitely been colder nights out there, but It is, you know what I mean.
I don't know if you were here, but there was one year. It was one of the Thanksgiving games where it was freezing. I think it was last year. It was freezing. You could feel it in the press box. You could feel it outside. It was just one of those days where you didn't want to be here.
You had to bundle up, and it was
Yeah.
it was a big mess. One of those days it was just like, why'd I come to work today? Why'd I say yes?
Yeah. Honestly, weather and bus has kept me off of the mic for 5 weeks in a row now.
It absolutely has, but it's kept me on the mic, so I'm not the most upset about that.
As he will be met, there'll be some extra banter here by the Tigers. We will have obviously a PI here, not a PI, unnecessary. I don't know what the term is, but some unnecessary banter going on there for the Tigers. It's late in the game. Got to keep your emotions down. Finish out this game strong.
Honestly, that ties back into what you said. What we've both been saying. It's just, have pride in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Just keep it together. Play the best you can. Just.
I mean, yeah. It's fourth quarter. Clock's running down 36. You got to keep it a clean ball game. Work on your stuff for next week. I mean, you can't. The Tigers can't hang their head. You have an entire playoff run ahead of you. You have next week. You got to focus and not let this game get you down on yourself.
Absolutely. And if I'm correct, next week is their first playoffs game, right?
Yeah, next week I think bracket will honestly be out by maybe the end of this weekend, maybe Monday. So we'll see where they're at. Hopefully they're not too far away, so I can consider taking that bus down.
Well, I think we'd all really appreciate it if you came by.
Yeah.
I think me and Mr. Ratto and whoever else is coming, I think we'd all really appreciate if you came by.
Like I said, day-to-day decision, game time decision. I will let you know the day before, maybe the day of.
Yeah, probably the morning of.
Yeah, probably. As the Vikings will score, and that'll put another one up on the board for them, as that'll make it 42 Vikings, Tigers 0. That was number 22, excuse me. Well, I'd see if I could pull up the roster here so I could tell you who scored. Great run there by the Vikings. As that was number 22, Zach Deshanes, the freshman. He's had a solid night tonight. 3 touchdowns already for him.
That guy has the same name as me.
Zach. Yeah, the
magnificent name.
And the 2 points will be good, as that'll make it 44 Vikings, Tigers 0. 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter to go. It's gonna be running clock. It will be a fast-paced game after this. So, for the Tigers, just got to let this game run out, work on your stuff. And that's pretty much it. I really don't want to say it anymore, but I'm going to have to.
Yeah. I mean, don't let it get to you. Like you said, don't let it get in your head. It's whatever. You're still in playoffs. You're still going to have a fun time. Yeah. So just tough it out. Do whatever. Keep going to practice. Show up next week, and let's have an amazing game next week.
I mean, I know, Coach Runner, Coach Marcus, they're going to have these guys in the gym tomorrow bright and early, and they're going to work on this game. They're going to work off of their mistakes and be ready for playoffs next week.
Honestly, I would do the same, too. I 100% would. I mean, you have a loss right before playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you can't let this get you down. You got playoffs. I mean, they have a chance to get into both playoffs as well. So that's double. That's two more games right there, and then you have the Thanksgiving game. So there's still a lot of, ball to be played from them this season.
Absolutely.
From this season, as that punt will end around the 40-yard line, as the offense will have a little bit of cushion here.
Flag was called.
Well, yeah, it's because the ball went out of bounds.
Obviously,
yeah. I'm going to assume you knew that.
No, well, I was just...
pointing it out for...
I was speaking forth to the people who aren't watching. They're listening.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, they thank you.
You're welcome, everybody.
6:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Vikings 44, Tigers 0. Honestly, the score doesn't speak as many volumes as it is. I feel like the Tigers didn't play as bad as a game as the score reads. You know, obviously it wasn't a pretty game. It wasn't obviously the result that they wanted, but there was still a lot of flashes. You know, they had some good offensive looks that didn't execute. Honestly, you know, you have to remember this is a top 5 team in their division.
Yep.
You know, next week you're not gonna go up against someone like this. I see those plays working next week. So,
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to those plays being executed next week. Run inside by Brown, and he gets loose there. Great run by Brown.
And I mean, like you were saying, I mean,
Yeah.
the score, it really doesn't speak as heavily as when you're actually sitting here watching. Because, you look at the score after the game, you go, oh, 44-0.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, these guys got destroyed. They must have been bad.
Yeah.
But if you're actually here watching, I mean, it's a whole different story. You're like, they stopped a lot. They played pretty decent defense, and you know what I mean? They're doing a lot better than the score says they are.
I mean, you just do a quick eye test here, and you could see that this team, you know, wasn't too much bigger, wasn't too much stronger, wasn't too much, you know, more talented. It was just, you know, I think a little bit of experience. Their experience showed in volumes today, and it worked out. And they just wanted a little bit more.
Absolutely. It really all comes down to the experience and the ambition of the team.
You know, like me and Rato were discussing before, you know, you could see it that this team only has 7 seniors compared to a team to Nashoba, where I'm looking at their roster, they have close to 10 to 15 seniors.
Yep.
You know, it's the experience just shows on both sides, and honestly, the hunger factor as well. You know, a senior versus a freshman, sophomore, juniors. You know, they're playing for their last game.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a completely different story when you know it's the last game.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, well, now I need to win. It's not. I can't. It's not okay. I lose and we have next year. This is it.
Yeah.
I want to win.
I mean, it's your last season. It's your last first game. Your last. I mean, it's your last everything. They're putting their all into every game, and you can see it. It really speaks out. So, we definitely saw that tonight. But if I'm the Tigers right now, I'm not worried. I'm not down on myself. We have playoffs. We have Volk playoffs. So this team definitely has a lot of potential to finish this season out strong.
And 100%, I completely agree with you.
Going back to Garcia, trying to get that last inch for that first down, but it'll just be short. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and it'll be Vikings ball. And let's just speak about what they've done so far already. I mean, you already compare their record from last year to this year. They're already doing much better. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, they finished the season 3-7. Right now, they're at 4-2, going to be 4-3. I mean, they've already done a great job to turn around, last season. So they got to give themselves a pat on the back.
You're 100% right. I mean, even from
keeping it,
the limited games I did last year to the majority of the games I've done this year, I can just tell from the team and how they play and how the games have gone that they definitely it feels like they have a more positive energy this year.
Yeah,
and they're coming through with it, and they're happy about how they're doing, and they're happy about their record this year.
Yeah,
I feel like more than last year.
Last year it was definitely a very talented team. You had guys like Cesar Reyes, you had Ethan Prum, you had Terrence Thompson. I mean, you had some great talents last year, but it never clicked. This year, you lost some of that talent, but this year, the rest of the team clicked. So you definitely saw the turnaround. This is a great team, and I think they're going to have an even better chance of finishing out stronger in the playoffs. And nonetheless, this game will not determine their season whatsoever.
I think another big part of it that I think it's been mentioned throughout the entire season that we've done and that we've covered that Lynn Tech has a young team, like you were saying. Compared to other teams, they have a lot more younger players on the team, and I think that really does speak. It speaks a lot, because if you have such a young team who are doing so much, I mean, just think of the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna do better in the future no matter what. and it's going to be able to push the team a lot farther than it went last year, and then it'll go this year. Because no matter what, the team's going to get better.
Yeah.
And eventually, you're going to have these unexperienced players that you have. They're going to be experienced in 1-2 years.
The talent is going to match the experience. I mean, we were talking about it before. Ortega, the quarterback, he's a freshman. You're looking at Garcia and McGough. They're both juniors. I mean, you got a lot of talent on this team. Now it's time for them to get some experience.
Absolutely, 100%. And I mean, even when it comes to juniors, I mean, they, like you said, McGough and Garcia, they still have. They don't have a lot of time left, you know what I mean? But they still have time left, and I guarantee you they will be better next year.
I mean, you're looking at Garcia himself. He's had, obviously he couldn't play those first, I think it was 3 games due to, that little scuffle that happened in Malden. But he's been a big part of their offense when he's been here. Now, going into the playoffs, you want to see that same consistent him, being the enforcer, being someone that, we give you the ball, you're going to give us some yards, and have that carry over into his senior season. So, yeah, nonetheless, this is a very talented team, and this game definitely does not define them, as the clock is winding down, and that'll be a win for the Vikings, 44-0. Nonetheless, we got to give credit to the Vikings here. Played a hell of a game. They have some great talented players, and they are well coached, some great play running, so we got to give them their kudos as well. Ortega breaking out. That'll get them a first down here. Clock still running.
Shout out to the seniors tonight, and shout out to everyone who came out. I mean, it was the one home game. I mean, you practically had to come. You know what I mean? If you went to, if you're a fan of Lintech, but I mean, like, the crowd's amazing. All the seniors. I mean, big shout out to everyone. Even if you're just sitting here watching,
Yeah.
Big shout out to everyone.
Certainly, and I also want to say, a big congratulations to all the seniors. Darion Phillips, Joshua Lewis, Isaiah Beckham Chimp, Eli Ramirez. Feel like I'm missing a couple, but we'll get that down at some later point. But I want to say congratulations to them. They all had a very great impact on their teams, especially Phillips and Lewis. They were both, big contributors for the past, I think, 3 to 4 years, especially Lewis. He was a force on the line, and he's definitely going to be a big missing piece for them next year. So I just want to say congratulations to them. They had a hell of a run here at Lintech, and nonetheless, today a great game. Didn't go our way, but this doesn't define us as a team. We have playoffs next week. So any other thoughts from you, Zach?
I'd say the run's not finished yet. For the seniors, the run's not finished yet. You got a couple more games in there. You still got more time to shine and more time to, do whatever you want to do. Get it in before you're actually done forever. But I mean, I'd say that's pretty much all I have, Andy. It's an amazing night.
Yeah, great night for football here. Kit Panthers are up next, having another game here, but that is all for us. I don't want to hear myself, and you don't want to hear me, so have a great night.
Have an amazing night.